Sometimes, when the world feels too much, the trees wait for us, not to speak, but to listen. There was once a woman who often walked among the trees at the edge of the garden, and sometimes deeper into the forest beyond. She came not for answers, but because the trees never hurried her. Some days she would sit quietly on a bench. Other days she would lean against a trunk and simply breathe. And in that stillness, something always softened. It wasn't that the trees spoke, not in the way people do, but in their quiet presence, they reminded her of something she had forgotten, that she belonged. That peace is not always found in doing, but in being. Over the seasons, she watched the trees endure wind, rain, frost and sun, never forcing, simply being, swaying, bending, resting. And in watching them, she began to understand that life too could be met with such grace. One day, she arrived with tears she could not explain. She sat and rested against the bark and whispered, "I don't know what to do." The wind stirred the leaves, and in the rustling sound, she felt an answer, not in words, but in knowing. Sometimes you do not need to do anything. You only need to be still enough to hear what your soul already knows. The trees never told her who to be. They simply stood beside her, steady, rooted, present, until she could feel her own steadiness again. And so, whenever the world felt loud, she would return to the bench, to the path, to the waiting trees, not to seek, but to remember the strength that was always within her.